Of course. But you don't remember at all?
I remember the Red Razors, they were coming for us. It was the first time my power... No, not a power. It's the first time my curse flared up.
Curse? Well, maybe you see it as that, but as you can see, the same curse is a blessing to me. He looks back and you can see some Port Authority guards start gathering by the entrance ready to come in, but with a swipe of his hand, you see almost a boom pass through you, and then the others as well. Kuzon, you're almost knocked over by it, until there's this shimmering, almost... Well, you can hear metal creaking as a wall of gravity is suddenly put up in front of a thing. Oh my, I never expected it to be that strong while we were close. If I had used this, it would have been even easier.
You see Kuzon, he kind of you say I almost got knocked over, so it was just kind of the force, just the air being displaced as it blasts past me, basically.
Yes.
I immediately, I imagine, I probably thunk into, Ataika's leg or something, because I'm usually sitting right next to him, and I'll just, whip out my gun, and you see, one of my eyes, the over-the-head goggles kind of go over one of my eyes. I am just pointing my gun at him. I'm gonna use this for the first time, and I'm gonna use my, exocortex targeting system here.
So you're locking onto him. Is there a small little laser that's going towards him?
It's kind of the way Kuzon's equipment works. It's mostly alternate reality stuff. You do notice that his kind of arm, when he aims his gun, it's kind of smooth, but once he locks on, his metallic arm just kind of locks in place. It's an interface plugged into his arm. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Kuzon, what are you doing? That's cold. Put your weapon down.
Can I roll mysticism?
Did you see that?
Hang on a second. You want to roll mysticism, Thiveron?
Yeah, see if I can identify what Cole has become.
Go ahead. From your knowledge of magic and mysticism, you don't know how it's been achieved, but Cole is some sort of... He's not a full lich, but he is something akin to it. Whatever power he has, which is the power of graviton, seems to be keeping his soul locked into his body.
Thiveron said, "Look, I don't know how you achieved something like this with the powers of a Solarian, which is reserved for those who would rather do good. But why are you here?"
Maybe I can do something for a little clarity. And Prava, you're suddenly hit with visions once more as Cole tries to share his feelings and emotions of that time with you. Do you accept or try fighting it?
Prava accepts it with open arms, he immediately.
Suddenly it becomes rushing back towards you. You were walking through the streets at the time when Cole came running down the street towards you, holding what seemed to be a package in his arms. You heard him screaming for your help, but as he was getting closer, a shot rang out and clipped him in the side, forcing him to fall over. You grabbing a hold of him, you tried to support him, and he kept mumbling about how you had to keep what was in the package away from them. And then, the Red Razors started to come in towards you. Their entire gang came towards you guys. And, as they were simply about to finish you off, no matter your connection to it, Cole said one of his final words and went, "Prava, I'm sorry." And he reached into the package, and the next thing you know, just everything went white. Just, you felt your insides being almost crushed, and that was when you woke up, in the center of the station, you can feel the rain still as it fell down to water the plants. The area around you charred, cindered, but Cole was gone, and, well, so was your memory until now.
Cole, your burns, did I?
Oh, no, this isn't because of you. It was the artifact. And as he reaches down, you can see he parts the cloth and lifts the metal plate on his chest, revealing his ribs, but inside there's this round artifact with something was held in the middle is missing. You can tell because there's things trying to grab, almost gravity-like tendrils trying to grab at what was ever within. And as he puts it down, you've never had a medical examination, have you? He like gestures towards your chest.
Is part of that in me?
It's where our blessing came from, Prava. And I used this blessing to get my revenge on them. On the gang that killed me and ruined lives. Of that street worker who sold me out. Of the merchants who just didn't do anything to save us.
This power, you can't use it for something. Revenge? Look at yourself. You're clearly more powerful than I am. How much have you used it?
Oh, I've trained myself over the past years, gaining a footing, regaining all of this power. But I had thought you would simply run away to do the same, but when I discovered that you were simply hiding away, well, I had to bring you out somehow, as stubborn as you were.
These powers, they're so dangerous. The things you could do to the world, to the universe, you can't let them grow. What if you lose control? What if...
Don't worry, Prava. That's why I'm leaving. I need to find out a way to control this power. But don't worry. You'll keep the other part safe.
Kuzon, just like with the targeting system, like pointed at him, and you go like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Gruesome, but you take a step and I'm gonna fill you full of holes.
That's my best friend you're threatening.
He clearly just blew up a security checkpoint. Did you see that? This guy's a menace.
Well, it's in the process of being crushed, but otherwise, it's like a war force.
By the way, Ash, I'm not sure if his magic is messing with it, but if Aiden can, he's recording this because this is basically testimony, and he's recording that for the private detective. Oh.
That's totally fine. Right, as he goes, besides, don't worry. I've found out a way to track exactly where it came from. And he like takes out what appears to be a dagger. It's like, I got this from one of the original sender's private collections. It looks kind of like a dagger, but it's more of a shard of some kind, almost a spearhead. And he goes, it's a wonderful device, really. But I don't need it anymore. He tosses it on the ground in front of you, Prava. It's like, a gift. Perhaps it will help you grow in your own power. But it seems like we have guests. They may have had tracking on me. They're more clever than I thought. And as he speaks, you can see a few what appear to be gang members walking out from certain areas. But I guess this is up to your friends now. He looks towards you, Kuzon, as you seem to be the most hostile right now. What will you do? Will you help me and bring me into justice? Or will you attack me with them?
I don't really... Kuzon just kind of like... So I guess here's my question. Did I see what happened to the security guys that he like aimed his shit at?
He didn't crush the security guys. It's essentially a big wall of force between,
see.
on the checkpoint. So while the checkpoint is getting sort of crushed, the guards themselves on the other side thinking, I ain't going near that.
I guess at this point, I am going to like look at Thiveron and look at Prava, and I'm just like, say the word.
As everybody's in the middle of the chaos, not sure what to do yet. Aiden's gonna take note at how Prava wants to still help his friends despite how shit's about to hit the fan, so he takes out his sidearm, his pistol, and he raises it towards Cole. Turn yourself in. We'll help you deal with the gangbangers, but after that, turn yourself to the police. They'll have questions for you. Let them question you, and we can handle this peacefully. There's no need to get violent.
He raises his hand and then does it in a sort of almost exaggerated manner. It's like, of course. I mean, I've taken my revenge.
Prava, is that alright with you?
Prava doesn't answer. He just picks up the artifact that Cole threw to him and just kind of stares at Cole.
Come on, my friend. Let's fight together now that we have the power to fight back. And he's got to turn towards the gang members, essentially ready to do battle.
Cole, I love you, but we can't use our powers like this.
He seems a little disappointed. You can tell because while his facial expression, he was looking at you all giddy, like his emotions, everything. Since he doesn't have a face, he seems to have picked up more bodily emotion, but he doesn't seem to be looking towards you as he talks now. He goes, what a shame. Either way, these need to be taken out. Come on then. Let us deal with these fools.
I'm gonna yell at Cole again. I said you should turn yourself in. We'll deal with the gangbangers. Get on the floor.
They're not willing to listen. I'm not gonna wait for them to kill me. By the way, they are coming close. They're drawing weapons.
Shit. Ataika, draw your weapon.
Ataika's had his gun out this entire time.
Oh, never mind then. Ataika's
So-
ready. Let's do this.
One moment.
I like that you gave him his own color to like represent that. I like that.
Oh, you mean like, yeah, he's like, oh wow, these guys rolled so shitty.
Well, yeah, he's not part of the party, but he's a special character, so he deserves his own border.
Yeah, well, it just represents that he's like not necessarily on our side and not necessarily on the gangbangers side.
And he's definitely not on the gang side. Like,
I mean, the gangbangers
do
are all
like-
red, so...
I do like these color coordination stuff though, as you may have noticed from before. The robots had this ore on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like,
So
like
green
that.
shows allies, you're blue, enemies are red. It's like you're looking for a heads-up display of a sci-fi thing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Ashka's always
I hope
had
you guys like it too.
Ashka's always had a
It
fetish for cows.
probably represents like what Kuzon marked as like in terms of priority level.
Exactly. This is Kuzon's head-up display. Right. So Kuzon, it is your turn.
Where are the gang? Oh, they're all the way back there.
Yeah, I'm going to
More.
mention that they were basically just coming in.
I'm kind of like, you see Kuzon, like, his gun was kind of like aimed at that guy, and seeing that Kuzon's like insisting on standing in the way, he's just like, Prava, you crazy bastard. And I'm gonna like, I am going to move here and like duck behind the staircase and just like, I'm just yelling, it's like, I hope you have a fucking plan. And I'm just gonna take shots at one of the, I think this guy's in range, my gun's 70 feet. I'll take a shot at one of the guys in the back with my my rifle. I cannot use my exo cortex targeting. Lose +1 to my attack. Oh, no, I'll make a full attack.
Wait, you can't make a full attack, didn't you move?
Yeah, I can't make a full attack, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm taking a shot at like this guy.
Are you sure you've done your damage modifier right? You have no pluses, no nothing.
I just rolled a 1.
Yeah, you did, but
Oh,
don't
damn
you
it.
have plus from your ability that you're using? You should use plus dex, right? You have...
I don't. You don't get dexterity modifier for range weapon.
You don't?
Operative's the only one that gets, and that's for your level.
Oh,
That's the only one.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
so it's like
Okay.
a special feature. Yeah, no, I just rolled a straight damage.
So in other words, as you fire, you can see this guy get like clipped on the arm from the laser.
Shouldn't you have got a weapon proficiency at level 3 or weapon specialization at level 3 to get the extra?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
see,
forgot about that.
you have to have some bonuses. There's no way you have nothing.
yeah. I'll figure it out. Sorry, I'll figure it out
Okay.
right now.
Right.
I didn't realize.
Right, he's been hit, but he's still healthy. Right, and next one is Prava. By the way, Prava, given your proximity to Cole, you're 15 feet, you start out as 2 into whatever alignment you wish to pick.
Well, he's in graviton, right? So I'm gonna go into like photon, kind of like be the balance.
Mm-hmm.
So I enter stage 2 of photon attunement right away.
Yes, due to your proximity to Cole.
Okay.
That's such a
I
weird
look at the
mechanic.
guys behind Cole, and I kind of like lock eyes with Cole, and I take a couple steps towards him to see how he reacts. And if he doesn't like look like he's gonna attack me, I'm gonna walk up right beside him and shoot one of the guys behind him.
One of these.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh,
Yeah, he's just...
he takes 3 more damage. Is how that works.
okay, he takes 3 more, so that
Weapon
changes that.
specialization. Yeah, he takes 4. Sorry.
Right, with the little pips I put on these guys are for my tracking. So I can track their health. But without, you know, looking into a thing. Right,
Yeah.
so,
Attacks.
open fire. I like how you called your thing toast. Oh, wow. You start off strong, don't you?
My friend's in danger.
Freeze. Who did you hit?
This boy right here.
That boy. Oh. That boy gets a lovely shard of ice straight through the chest. You did not like that damage.
I was a stupid dumb.
Right. This guy's gonna roll. Oh, nice. Right. So essentially, as he's gesturing over, to, like, turns towards you and then turns backwards, and what he's gonna do. What
Wow.
was that?
I made a stupid. I already rolled 13, but I hadn't clicked my guy first.
Oh.
So just
Yeah, that's
we'll use the new value, or just I'll be at. Can I
just
be at
make it a
13
14 then.
next roll?
Yeah. Just fix it
That's
to your
weird.
first roll, so fine.
Cool. Yeah, I fucked up. I didn't click
There
my
you go.
guy.
Right. It's just gonna be a marker. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the thing. Since I can't seem to find my thing anymore, how dare they?
There we go. I have it set up now, so it'll automatically do the +3 for my level. So we're good.
15. Right, so essentially as these guys are coming in, they get pulled towards this center location. And that is a radius on that of 15 feet. Aiden.
No, it's Ataika. He didn't fix up his turn order yet. He had 14.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me fix that for you. There we go. Ataika.
All right, my bad. So basically, initially Ataika really wanted to shoot Cole. But he doesn't know why, so he views it as just an irrational urge that he doesn't understand. So he sees Prava open fire on the mobsters, the gangsters, the bad boys, and he just turns with his azimuth laser rifle and starts blasting, I guess. He's just like, okay, I'll point my gun this way. And I'll strike for the shirtless one because he's a douchebag.
How dare he not wear a shirt?
Yeah, what an asshole. Full take. No. You know what?
Please
I
roll
will
damage.
I will do a full attack.
Oh.
I'm a true gamer.
Those aren't very true gamer rolls, though.
No, they're not.
You are opening fire down the way. Sadly, you were so excited for combat again. After having the noodles, you just open it.
Just noodles all over my face. Confused as to why I hate Cole. Just unloading a laser rifle at them. And then move behind this box for cover.
You can't. You full attacked.
Oh yes, forgot.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
I'm not used to
God,
full
even I
attack.
forget. How do you?
My bad.
Right,
Alright,
let's take a look real quick. I believe we are what's called stuck between a rock and a hard place. So you hear a shink as a pin falls on the ground. Frag out! And I'm gonna go a smoke grenade in this direction. Now, how the fuck does throwing work?
Is it this direction you're throwing?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump over these boxes, get some cover here, and I'm gonna basically toss. I don't actually have to throw it. I just throw it on the pave walk in this general direction, so I can smoke this area.
Essentially, it's kind of like a throwing attack, but it's kind of hard to miss a square.
Should I roll athletics or what should I roll?
Well, if you're throwing it there, I think you throw an attack. One moment.
A grenade is just a ranged throwing attack at AC 5.
Exactly.
And if you miss it, then you roll a d8, starting with the square above it, and you rotate clockwise to see where it lands.
Is it safe to assume that with 19 I can just chug a smoke grenade in this direction?
That's athletics, not an attack.
It's an actual attack roll. A throwing weapon attack roll, which is with your strength modifier. And then your dexterity modifier increases the DC for somebody trying to take half damage from a frag grenade.
Well, I don't deal damage, so that's fine. I'm actually
Yeah,
using
just
the
like
smoke
for
grenade.
future reference.
So, well, I don't have a strength modifier, so I'm just gonna roll a 1d20.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would, since you're not trained in it either.
9.
Yep, that's 5. Since space is 5, so where do you throw it? Here or here? Where?
Let me just double check, see how much range that grenade has, just to. So yeah, Aiden just jumps over the boxes and he chucks a grenade over his shoulder. There's a loud bang and the area fills with smoke for a minute.
Lovely. Now no one can see. Right, so I'm gonna have to move.
This is my game now.
This is my game now. Right, number 1. Let's have a look.
Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing?
Right, this dude's getting around here. This dude has to get out of fucking smoke, and this dude as well. And Thiveron, as soon as this guy comes out of smoke, I think you can hit him, can't you?
Yeah, I get an attack of opportunity there.
Yeah. By the way, Aiden, you wouldn't have been able to hit him anyway. You're blind as well.
Fair point.
Smoke goes around cover.
I mean, I can probably sense him with a perception check if he's rushing past me.
Yeah, no opportunity attack though.
He's got concealment, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's partial or full, so he would just be at a 20 or 50% mischance. It's not like he can't perceive him at all.
I don't
not
think
like
it's
he's
full
blind.
concealment. Yeah, you're right. So as soon as he
No,
comes
that's
out, you
okay,
take a swing at him, and he just manages to duck down. But he is surprised that in fact, that he came out like where you guys were. And now their organization is completely messed, and these dudes are barely going to be able to move. Like they can't escape whatever gravity this thing is producing. Let's have a look. Right, Prava, what's your AC?
EAC or KAC?
Energy.
14.
14. You take. Let me roll damage on this. 6 damage.
Okay.
So the shirtless guy with his sword in one hand and pistol in the other opens fire, and the beam just flies out towards you. The other one is going to attack Cole. And as he does, he quits. So I'm gonna I'm gonna have Cole use an ability. As you see, bullets start flying towards him. You can see that he holds out his hand, and bullets bounce off some sort of gravitational shield he produced. And that's that done for the day. Damn. Okay, what can the others do? Let me see. This guy's gonna use an extra movement to get up to the lizard. Thankfully, it cost an extra 5 feet. This dude's gonna. He's gonna use the rest of his movement to 5-foot step away from the giant wolf with a spear.
Well, he doesn't have to 5-foot step because I've already used my 1 reaction per turn.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Yep. Say I can only do that one.
Right, do over here. He's gonna let his friend getting close and attempt to attack you. Let me see. I remember your AC. I got it here. And he whiffs his shot. So essentially, as he comes in for you, you back up, and he barely misses with his sword. And it's now your turn.
All right then. I am going to guarded step into the smoke and then swing it.
Doggo doesn't care about the smoke, he thrives.
Yeah, I want to be in the smoke.
Yeah, because he's practically invisible. Inside the smoke, he is immortal.
You could say we want the smoke. Aha.
So yeah, make your attack.
And I just
I
baited
didn't
this
start
video.
this fire.
I don't like standing where I'm standing.
Is it because there's a meme boy behind you?
Yeah.
Now imagine if you took that feat and you could just walk through him and get out of there.
I think I'd still have to. I don't think it'd make a difference. I don't think I'm going through him anyway. If I'm going anywhere, I'm moving around him trying to get to Ataika's space.
So I think it's
Thiveron?
taken a. Yeah, I rolled it. It's just.
Oh, the roll 20's
It's
being a
taken
dick, is
while,
it?
yeah.
Ah,
Give it some time. Oh, 20
20
is an
why?
old grandpa. Takes a while.
What kind of weapon is this guy wielding? Like a stick or something?
oh, the dude's is up to you. No, he's got a sword.
But like, it's not like an energy sword or some bullshit. It's just a sword.
Yeah, it's just a sword. It's like, think of it like the style of a combat knife, just bigger.
Jeez.
A 14.
A 14. I'm gonna give you a circumstance bonus for attacking out. So like, basically, you attack. I'm gonna give you +2. I'm gonna say you hit.
Oh,
Because
all right.
suddenly going into the smoke, and he's like, "The fuck? Where did he go?" And then just this spear comes out of nowhere, just. Right.
Got him, I guess.
And you actually
The old
did
smoke spear trick.
Yep,
the old
works every
smoke
time.
spear trick.
The old dick twist.
And that's your turn, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, Kuzon.
So is there
Boy.
like an equivalent of a disengage action? It requires like a check, right?
You can either tumble or you can use your whole turn to run away.
I'll just try to tumble. I think that's my best play. So if I tumble, I'm not using my whole action. Is that right?
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. I'll attempt to tumble, and I'm just gonna roll towards like basically trying to dodge this guy and get into Ataika's space here.
Okay, so that's I believe it's acrobatics.
That
I'm
sounds
okay
right.
with that.
Oof.
Probably not good enough. That's fine. If I take a hit, I take a hit.
Yeah, I believe you do move to the space you desired, but he does. What's your?
My
I don't know,
AC is 16 against physical attacks. Oof.
Oof. Okay, so any 5 damage.
Okay, I'll
But you
take it.
Basically, he basically kicks you over towards Ataika. Just.
But the lizard.
I'm just going to I'm gonna slip I'm gonna slip into Ataika's space here. And are these like this is like a moderate stack of crates? Like, is this kind of cover against this guy unless he like climbs up on it?
It's basically luggage. Like, it's difficult terrain, I would say. Like, it's just trash on the ground.
I am going to. What's the range where it applies like a bad effect? Is this like it's 10 feet like reasonable for me to use a long arm?
What's the range increment on your?
Well, it has a range of.
I don't know about. Oh, you mean is there a thing?
Is there a
To be-
penalty
yeah,
for
but-
like shooting in 10 feet?
Oh no, it's only like
In
if it's
5.
right next to you. Yeah, if he's right
Okay,
next to you.
I'll take a shot at this guy standing right here.
Yeah, so you can gun down people right next to you. I mean, 10 feet away from you. Oh, you hit and. Oh. Yeah, as you can probably guess, these guys with shirtless are probably not good against energy weapons. How much HP has he lost? Oh wow. Okay, so he is not doing so well. You basically just blast like boom, 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 and just put a bunch of holes into his chest. His cybernetics are keeping him up, but he does not look good. It looks like the wind could blow him down. But, Prava,
Okay.
since you're given your extreme proximity to Cole, you are now on your top alignment for whatever thing you pick.
I was gonna have that next turn anyway. So I am in rank 3 of my solar alignment. Now, I am doing my weird Solarian range build, but there is a melee move that I'm forced to take. So Prava's gonna do a battle cry, and oh, I hate this stupid bug. Hold on, I have to reset. Roll 20.
Don't call Prava a stupid bug.
So rude.
Weird.
Don't hate
10
yourself.
seconds. It's doing that thing where when I try to move my token, it just pans the whole layer.
Hmm.
So I have to just reset really quick. Should be back in now. So Prava's gonna run into the middle of these dudes, burning brightly with the fury of a sun.
Alaba.
And he is going to activate his supernova ability.
Alex Nakbar.
Everything within 10 feet of him.
What?
So a DC 15 reflex save, and if they fail, they take 13 damage. Or if they succeed, they take 13 damage, and if they, you know what I mean. They do a 15 DC reflex save. Upon failure, they take 13 damage, and upon
Okay, yeah. Don't wait. I know. 13 damage, half successful for half. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Let me roll a second. Yeah, that dude does not succeed.
Do they
That
not have
dude
attacks
does
of
not
opportunity
succeed.
against you?
He's
No.
running into their.
He basically
like-
becomes a grenade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's literally running into their thing. It's only if he goes through a threatened square, they don't have 10-foot reach. The only reason Thiveron got one is because he came out of like,
Yeah.
he threw like because he can sense. Anyway, yeah. The point is, as soon as he runs dead in the middle, Let me see. Still got 2 more. Holy shit. Okay, so this is what happens. Describe what happens for me. How Prava glows incandescently.
Yeah, he basically just glows with the might of the sun, his star throbbing behind his head, and when he stops in that position, he throws his arms out, and a big wreath of fire blasts everything in a 10-foot circle around him.
I see. So this is what happens. You can see the 2 in there are just almost completely dusted. Just they're detonated, and the other 2 are also caught in fire because not a single fucking one of them passed the DC, and it just holy God, each time you pulled one of these things off, you've changed the dynamic of the battlefield, haven't you? Jesus. Okay, I guess almost wiping out a group is your turn, right?
Yeah, that's everything I can do.
In the
Okay,
meantime,
time
Aiden is looking towards his smoke grenades. He's like, man, I gotta get me one of those.
Thiveron is like silently proud of Prava using his powers for something that he believes. He's got a little doggy smile, with his tail wagging.
Oh God! Right, so the first one doesn't hit, but the second one does. And as he does, he's actually going to use his power to attack this one. And all you can see is him reach on over and twist his hand at the guy's neck as he's brushing off from the thing, just twisting. He drops down dead. And or else you can see him put his hands together almost in prayer, and you see him like doing something. Ataika, there are bad people.
Bad?
Yes, they decided by harming you.
Alright. I'm just gonna shoot more.
Just shoot more. Who are you gonna
I'm
shoot
gonna
more?
shoot this fellow over here.
Oh,
Am I invisible? Oh Jesus! I was like, I'm
I'm on top
Kuzon,
of you.
Kuzon
yeah.
mounted you.
I just got confused. I was like, where the fuck am I? Did I get like blown away?
Yeah, I scurried the guy to our right. I scurried away from him. He punted me, and I like dived into your space to get away from him.
Amazing.
You just, the whole room hears like the blaring sound of an extremely robotic voice go, protectorate mode engaged, target harmed, and then just like sets his azimuth laser rifle on that barrel beside him, like basically with the barrel of the laser rifle to this guy's head, and just gonna shoot him in the brain. Not a full attack, just like kind of an execution.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully this actually hits. Probably not.
It's energy, right?
Laser, yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you do, as you point, you can see him bring up the sword to try and knock away your gun, but just then it slams into the top of his head, and his head whiplashes back, and he does take a good amount of damage, and you can see his like, ugh.
Oh,
He looks back up and you see the metal plate on his head just searing with energy. Like,
Sam, I made a slight correction on your character sheet.
Okay.
It doesn't affect this, but you should have +1 more to your attacks that you weren't getting, because under class, I bumped your soldier level to 3.
Oops.
ooh. It's okay, you hit him anyway, so you can quickly fix that now.
Yes.
Is that your turn? Or did you want to do anything?
If I move, the lizard won't come with me. Can I make him come with me? And can I
To be honest, the reason why we're standing here, I'm planning on setting up some cover. and
Okay,
stuff.
well, what I was gonna do was basically just kind of like rotate to here, and you put the cover up here, and
Okay.
I turn my back and fucking shoot
That-
this guy
that
again on my
works.
next turn. And,
Yeah,
and would
that
I be able to pull him with me between my feet?
Not without an action, I would say, unless he was physically scurried on top of you. But he said under your feet, so I would say he stays there while you go there. He can still set up next turn anyway.
Okay,
It would be cover that benefit us both still, yeah.
Mm.
yeah, that's good enough.
Okay, so yeah, you moved into there. Aiden.
Now, important question. In the original Pathfinder, it was a thing that you can take a 5-foot step and then full attack. Is that still a thing in
No,
this
you
system?
cannot.
Okay.
Nope.
It
Damn
takes
it.
your entire move action to take a guarded step, which means that you no longer have any.
Yeah,
you
so there's
longer
no
have
more
your
footsies.
actions.
There's no
So-
more footsies like in old Pathfinder.
I really loved the footsies. Anyway, since I'm in the smoke, if I take a pot shot at somebody that's outside of the smoke, what kind of penalties am I looking at?
Fifth, I believe. What does it say in the smoke grenade? Is it partial or full?
Well, that's the thing. I have to open up the book. I don't know. Okay, no plan. This railing, how tall is it?
Which one?
Over here.
Round about waist.
Oh, so it's actually not that high. Never mind then.
Yeah, to you, it's about 10 feet.
Let's see. I am going to jump out of the smoke, and I'm gonna blindside this guy from the side with my combat knife. I'm gonna use my trick attack.
Okay, so you're going like here. Okay, go ahead.
Right, so my trick attack, I'm gonna use stealth, so that's gonna be a +4. So that's a 29!
Ooh, you hit.
Yeah, and we were apparently doing it wrong, because when my trick attack hits, I just roll the damage. I don't actually have to confirm the hit again, so I'm gonna roll damage and hopefully that's gonna be enough to just finish the asshole. Nine damage!
Ooh.
So,
Okay, so caught between a very mad dog and Aiden comes out from the side of the smoke.
as he's fighting Thiveron from the smoke, all of a sudden he sees the smoke distort and he turns himself. Aha, I got you now! And just as he does and starts slashing with his weapon, I use my free hand to basically grab him and toss him over my shoulder. And as he's on the ground with my free hand, I just plunge the knife into his neck and take him out. And that's my turn.
I think you do have to roll an attack though in order to deal that extra damage. Because I'm looking at the language here, and it says you deal a D4 additional damage,
Oh, that reminds me that
meaning that it's to the attack.
I actually had 1d8 also damage, but that was enough to kill him, so it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay, yeah.
At level 3 it's a 1d8 now.
Yeah. I'm just saying, reading the language here, I think it's implying that it's additional to the attack that you're making, not on its own.
That's what I say. I think he was saying that he was
Yeah.
like, rolling for the additional damage, like separately from the main attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to imply that it happens regardless of if you miss the attack.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm not confused anymore.
Okay, cool. I was worried then. I was a bit confused myself. I was like, wait, is it? When?
No, I
Am doing
didn't mean
something?
that I
No.
hit no matter what. No, that would be retarded. No.
Okay, yeah.
1 second. Okay, nice. So this guy has had enough of your guys' issue. Like, you have been messing up his friends, and you can see him reaching his coat, pull out what seems to be a stick grenade, and toss it over to where you are. And as it's flying through the air, you see on its side it splits open, and loads of spikes are just poking out from the side. And as it reaches over towards you, it just detonates outwards. Will you please make a reflex save?
And this time I won't forget.
Do I have to make one too?
Yes, because it's an
That's
explosion, not an attack. It's 5 feet actually, so it's not even that big. It's
This
like,
time
yeah.
I won't forget
Oh.
Ash. Whoa.
So I won't have to.
You must avoid.
Why did it
I
roll
have to make a
fortitude?
reflex.
Oh well, it's the same bonus as my reflex, so I just leave it.
Okay. So 1 second for the initial damage.
So I just updated your sheet again there, Sam, because I didn't see
What
that
the
you
fuck did I do this time?
I didn't see you had the weapon specialization added.
And okay, so essentially, as the spikes detonate outwards, you take 2 damage apart from Aiden, who has a reflex, so I think you take half anyway.
No, I think actually that works differently than I thought. If I succeed, I take I take nothing.
If
but
you
if I
succeed, you
fail, I
take
don't get
nothing.
nothing. Yeah, I
It's
failed.
like Monk Evasion from Pathfinder.
It's actually a worse
I
version
see.
of Monk Evasion. Since I failed, I get nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, I understood. So yeah, you take 2, all of you take 2 damage, but you also take an extra 6 damage for a total of 8. And now, essentially, this entire area is, each time you make a move on it, it's damage-wise,
Gotcha.
unless cleared out. It's like hurting difficult terrain.
Man,
Do we get hurt just by standing still?
No.
Okay.
Evasion sure took a hit since the last version. What the hell? Evasion was worthless right now.
Well,
Damn.
it was pretty busted in Pathfinder.
It was. Right, and this guy, yes. He's going to try attacking Prava, and he... he actually hits, but the problem with this is... Okay, so you can see him, like, since he doesn't have a melee weapon on him, but you can see him flex his hand for a minute, and with the brass knuckles on his fist, he just locks you around the side of the head. You take 3 damage from being smacked upside the head. And the other dude, oh my god, is he the only one left? Oh, Jesus, poor dude.
Should have brought more friends.
He's gonna try. What's your physical AC, Tiger?
16.
Yeah, he doesn't. He misses that barely by 1. So I suspect he
just like
blocked it.
fucking pink. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like ding. Oh no. Thiveron. Thiveron.
Okay. Thiveron's not impressed with the situation at all. He is going to step a little further back into the smoke, and then he is going to fire a telekinetic projectile at this boyo right here.
Is he within your sense? Yeah, he is. Yep, go ahead.
It's only 2 points of damage, so this is what I do. I can I remember where the pin hit the ground from Aiden throwing the grenade, and I pick the pin up and I whip it at this guy's face.
And it just digs into his flesh, just ah!
You gotta recycle, man.
Is that what he screams? Get to recycling! Ah, fuck! Is that your move, yeah?
Yeah, I yell at Aiden, he's gotta recycle more of. Wasteful.
Oh god, yeah, Kuzon, it's your turn.
Doggo with our morals of the day. You gotta recycle more.
I am going to use my move action. I'm gonna grab some of these. I'm literally like with one hand, I'm going to grab like a stack, like grab a couple of these boxes, and I'm gonna throw them in front of me and like use my arm to just like quickly weld them in place, just to like improvise this, like basically like melt the boxes together really quick to try to make some basic cover.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And I'm just taking a look here. I'm gonna take a shot at this boy. Make sure I'm
Open
looking
fire.
at my character sheet. I am. I miss.
You open fire, but your cover's a little bit more unstable than you were hoping, and one of the boxes fall, and you accidentally, just shoot up this poor cargo car, just boom, 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 boom.
By the way, Ash, when he crits with that weapon, I want you to use that gift bite from Mortal Kombat that the guy screams, Toasty!
Prava,
Or
it's
Johnny
your
Cage.
turn. This guy just, right hooked you.
Yeah, I guess Prava's just gonna raise his hand and I'm gonna enter Graviton Attunement. And
You
just
start up at
fire.
1 due to the range, yeah.
And I just take one cold shot of my sword.
Okay, so you just essentially execute him, do you?
I put my hand right in his mouth and I fill his face with ice and let him choke on it.
So yeah, all you see is your hand go up and his head just turns into an ice sculpture just as he falls down onto the ground, his head shatters. Finish him.
Quickly,
Holy
Prava, now rip out
hell.
his spine.
To approach his body.
That was hardcore. Right, and
His name is Sub-Zero.
he's still praying, and right before... One moment. Kuzon, what's your AC with your cover?
I have base 16 and it's partial cover, so I forget what the bonus is. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry, I know it. Oh wow, okay. That actually, you won one off. So all you hear from far away is as a shot flies right towards you, barely blocked by the makeshift cover you put up, and just as the box just flies off in the direction.
Okay, yeah. So I think how it works is if it gets struck, I roll a d4. At the beginning of my round, 2 rounds from now, the cover is going to collapse.
Yeah, so essentially a sniper shot from pretty far away came out and almost tried taking you out since, well, you're giving his friend trouble. And Cole is still focusing. You can see like a bubble of gravity around him, like just in his square. Ataika.
Oh, jeez. That's Ataika's voice, by the way. Just kidding. Haha. So this guy's still alive, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have to deaden him. So Ataika's still like, still all fucking red-eyed iron giant because the dude punted Kuzon. So he's, so he just says, "Catch please," and drops his fucking gun, on Kuzon. And
Just pass it off here.
yeah, and then just takes out his sword. And am I able to take it out and attack in the same turn? Is that a thing?
I believe dropping a gun is like a free action, and you can draw with your move and then attack.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just
If your BAB is 1 or higher, you can draw a weapon as part of your move.
Yeah.
okay, cool,
So,
perfect.
yeah,
So
giving
it
you a
is-
soldier.
All right, so I will. I will draw as I move and just take the sword and essentially like two-handed put the base of the sword against his neck and just fucking rip it to the side.
Right, let's see what you do.
Hopefully, kill.
Ooh. Hang on, how much damage did you take? Let me check. And yep, just barely killed him. Just as your sword, as his head flies off. Lovely. Just a small shower of blood on your nice new clean metal.
Oh man, I'm getting like really close to him. Like we were almost face to face when I like ripped the sword across his neck. So like the whole front of my like shoulders and up is just like soaked in blood, and I turn to the rest of the group. And that's my turn.
Okay, Aiden, it's your turn.
Now, Ash, would you say that since we're on the station and some of the mercs have not been dispatched on a mission yet, that technically they are available?
Yeah, I would say that, yes.
In that case, I want to spend the resolve point. Aiden pushes down his glasses a little bit so he can look without them. Where did that sniper shot just come from?
It looks like it was at least within the general area, well, basically this direction. Oh, hang on, I tried using the wrong thing. This direction.
Okay, Aiden is gonna look towards that direction without his glasses. Can I see where the sniper is, since he just revealed himself by taking a shot?
I would say so, since he's a gang member. I wouldn't say he's had time to, hide.
East side, 750 meters between the oil barrels. Morano, do you have a shot?
Okay, so essentially you can now make your attack.
Take him out!
Roll 20 is starting to chug a little.
Yeah, it's struggling a
Okay,
little bit. I'm not
physical
sure what's up with
level.
it.
Okay, so essentially you hear a massive and as you see a figure come up on your screen. Target down.
As I hear that, Aiden just flicks the knife in his hand, copy that, and casually points it in the direction of this guy. This is where you drop your gun and beg for your life.
I expected you to do it. I totally forgot you could do that. So essentially, I think at this point, even you just using that banter, he's gonna look around and he's like, he drops the flipping like small pistol he had. He's like backing off slowly, looking like basically in this direction, like he's gonna run. Like he just wants to flee.
I start shaking the knife from side to side. On the floor.
He basically gets on the floor, but he's leaning against the car. He's like covering his head. He's like, oh fuck, no.
Aiden puts his knife away, feeling very proud of himself by intimidating a guy with a gun with just a knife.
So, does this mean combat's effectively over?
Yep.
Yes,
like,
yes, it is.
Oh, okay, perfect. So Ataika goes over and stabs that guy.
So you just walk on over and stab him.
Yep.
Oh, 1 second.
Wait, which guy?
The guy that you just intimidated.
I think if you were walking towards him, like, would your intent be clear? Because I imagine you're like, yeah, because Kuzon would just be like, hold it. Like he doesn't want this. We don't want to escalate the situation any more than it's been.
He'll waver a bit, but he'll keep moving.
I'm gonna lean over when Ataika's walking towards him and say, Ataika, we might need him for questioning.
By the way, Cole has been charging up this entire time, but he seems to stop, but the bubble of gravity is still around him. He goes, thank you for your help, my new friends.
With Ataika, you hear his head cocks to the side, and then you hear a crackle and a hiss of like pressure. And then he just says confirmed, and then walks closer and like grabs him just to lift him.
Prava doesn't respond. Prava's on his knees looking at the scorch marks in the circle around him in horror.
Cole's gonna look towards Prava and go, you did well, Look, you stopped. Well, I wouldn't even call them really anything other than things.
I
Scum,
lost
really.
control again. I lashed out.
I
Burned people.
But you
I'm
stopped
going
bad people.
to I'm gonna step between Ataika's legs and like get in front of him and just be like, Ataika, stand down. He is not worth it. We have more pressing problems.
I think you missed something there. Ataika already stopped.
Yeah. He said he just picked him up.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
I thought you were picking him up to prepare to like.
Yeah, Aiden
is
told
what I
him
thought.
we might need him for questioning, so Ataika just picked him up to keep him in check.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were like picking him up so you could kill him executioner style. With your sword.
Oh, he wants to, but he won't. He he knows his compatriots trust him, and he doesn't want to break that trust as much as he wants to just absolutely fucking shish kebab this piece
Oh,
of
don't
shit.
worry, we'll shish kebab some more fools later. For now, though, that's
But-
enough.
Yeah, Ataika puts his lifts the guy up to eye level, and just says, "You have been spared. Do not resist."
All right, man. I understand. just don't kill me, man.
I'm going
Undecided.
to I'm going to move back at Taika's space, and my gun is squared at Cole again, and I'm just going to just like barking at him. It's like this is self-defense. I'm not going to be playing by your strings.
Of course. He's gonna look down towards Prava. Do not worry. After I discover the source of our powers, if you really, truly do not want to join me in using them, I promise I'll take them away. But for now, I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye.
But we've only just met again, Cole.
I know it hurts my heart. But it's fine. I'll be in contact. Look after yourself. Until then, my friend.
As he's like talking, Kuzon just like gnashes his fangs, and he's just like, it's like, stay the fuck put.
He's gonna look towards all you and he says, "You really shouldn't have given me time to ready myself." And with that, you see him have his hands at either side of him, and then slowly collapse. And with that, you just see a bubble just, whoop, and then compresses like a black hole, and he's gone.
I imagine as soon as he goes to like flick his hand, Kuzon just like opens fire, but whatever it was, just like fucking whizzing fire through him.
Yeah, essentially, and then the bullets and stuff just fly past, like, and you can, as you like look up, you see several ships leaving, and the like. You probably suspect he may be on one or many, or maybe station. Who knows? It could be anywhere.
Yeah, Prava just cries out to the sky. Distraught.
While Prava is having his moment, Aiden is quietly on the side using his phone. I'm trying to contact Mo, the detective. I'm gonna basically give him the coordinates of the area and tell him to either come or send some units down here.
Okay,
Like a
hold
wood
on.
farm.
So, my wife called me.
Oh yeah, you
and
may miss that.
obviously that's a need to pick up for me. And I remember we got one to surrender. Ataika walked over and stabbed him.
No, he
Sure,
didn't.
grabbed him.
We stopped
No
him.
blood.
It's fine. He's alive.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's all I got.
Yeah, essentially that Cole had, for the last 2 rounds, had been preparing something, and after saying goodbye to Prava and promising him that he will help him with his powers, he basically told the others that they shouldn't have let him prepare, and then basically black hole teleported out.
And then Prava falls to the ground,
Crying,
Right.
yeah.
lamenting
upstairs.
his life and the fact that he was born.
Yeah.
At least he left you a present.
Life is pain.
Life is pain and suffering, but at least I have a dagger now.
I'll have to examine what that is and what it means in a later date.
So yeah, I'm gonna contact basically the detective and tell him to get down here and get some units in here.
I'm gonna walk up and put my hand on Prava's shoulder and just say, I feel this will not be the last time you see your friend. And maybe you'll be able to help him. For now, you should focus on being strong enough to do that.
Prava looks at him, but he doesn't speak.
At this point, the gravity wall has given out, and the security guards are coming in. Like, okay, what's going on? What's happening? Of course, since Aiden called the cops, essentially the actual station security is also starting coming, and you see Mo walking down with them.
I'll like. Are they like pointing weapons at us or anything?
Well, the station security isn't, but the security guards are, because they're a little like, what the fuck just happened? What's with all these bodies? Oh god.
Yeah, I'll just like, if somebody's like pointing at us, I'll like, you're gonna see, so like Kuzon like puts his weapon down and like puts his arms up, and his mechanical arm is a lot more stable than his biological arm right now.
Aiden's gonna put his knife away and take out his ID. It's okay. I'm Aiden Pendragon. I'm working on a case with Detective Mo. I'm from Zero Risk Security. It's under control. We got attacked by some gangbangers.
The Mo's security detail does go over to him and start explaining to the guards, and it's like he goes over, starts walking towards you guys. He's like a sudden windfall. The kid had good news, he hoped.
You better believe it. And I play him the recording of Prava's friend basically admitting to all the crimes that he did. That gangbanger over there. He's one of the guys that tried to attack us. I think his target was Prava's friend. He'll probably give you the details. We haven't had a chance to talk.
Mo nods and he goes, the case solved. The guilty party getting away. Just another day on the station.
The little business owner hopes that the great detective will recognize his work and make sure that everybody knows that Zero Risk Security makes us sure to keep their turf safe and there's no shortcomings when it comes to their service.
The detective will make sure that he gets his just desserts.
This one also truly believes that there's nothing wrong with your circuiting. You really need to stop talking like that. It's pissing me off.
You know you can't exactly see his face, but the carved in smiley face of his head kind of mocks you for some reason.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna talk with the cops and make sure that they get the story so that they don't bug the rest of the party. I'm just gonna give them, you know, the facts and the details, trying to make sure that they don't call any of us in for questioning, but I'm otherwise gonna be very cooperative with them about details and everything.
Of course.
Especially Prava. I'm assuming they're probably gonna be interested in Prava. I'm gonna be like, Mo, do me a solid, like, don't bug him, he's been through enough. He can't help you.
Diplomacy.
Yeah. Like, leave him alone. He's been through enough today.
I'm gonna aid him.
Oh shit. Okay, well, diplomacy is not my strong suit, okay?
Or now that he's already rolled, can I just try?
I would say yes. After Aiden's he's like a bit pissed off from the whole noir narration, and he's speaking noir like, and he's putting off for guards. Like, why are you doing it now?
So Thiveron would seeing Mo still walking forward says, "You really shouldn't. He's lost a friend today." All right.
Mo's like looking towards Prava for a second, like he's crying and stuff. It's like clear of a crime. Detective doesn't have a heart of ice. He understands.
By the way, I left out one important detail. I didn't tell him that the knife that Prava has came from that guy. So technically, Prava can keep the knife without anybody asking questions.
Of course. So, in other words, he's like, with the case solved, we'll contact the young kid soon. Suggest he get out of here before any more questions are asked.
I just give him a solid note in thank you, and I turn towards the others. Alright guys, let's get out of their way. The police have to do their work. Come on, Prava, get up, man. We gotta go. And I put my hand under his armpit so I can help him up to his feet. I know it's rough, man. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Prava leaves his weight entirely to Aiden. He doesn't make any effort to...
Come on, man. Let's get you back home. Don't worry. We'll have a couple of drinks. You'll get a good night's rest. You'll be fine before you know it. Don't worry about it.
No, that's the last thing I need. Please, can we just get off the station and back into space?
Sure thing, man. Let's go gather our things.